because Goodwill absolutely missed this. Hi friends, welcome back to another great big Goodwill haul. I have kind of made a habit recently of just stopping into Goodwill, shopping at the new racks only, and then getting right out of there. The old racks can have stale inventory, they are expensive at my thrift stores, and it's just not really worth my time for my reselling business. If I was shopping for myself, absolutely, I'm gonna dig through there, but I just don't get the best return on my investment. So I get in, new racks, and get out. What I'm gonna show you today, I have 3 of those hauls, because I think it's fun to show you what is worth paying the Goodwill retail store prices here in my area, because they are pretty pricey. I like to shop at the bins, I like to shop at like Dollar Days and things in my area at other stores that are cheaper, but I haven't given up completely on Goodwill, mostly because of the new racks specifically. So I'm gonna show you what I grabbed at the new racks, or something that might have just happened to catch my eye while I was in the store. Most of these trips all took me half an hour or less for me to cherry pick quite a few items. Also, as you know, I am a part-time reseller, so often when I'm just driving by a Goodwill, or my post office that I use most often is literally in the same shopping plaza as a Goodwill. It's a really quick way for me to get additional inventory on top of the other big hauls that I do and that you see on my channel. Okay, the first trip is a nice, small, quick trip. I think I was literally in and out of the store in like 20 minutes. So let me show you what I did end up finding. Yes, so in this, I only got 4 items, and I did write down that my average cost of goods this day was $5.48. The very first thing I found was a tag I had never seen before. So I think it's an older one, but maybe in a good way. And that is Free People. Have you guys ever seen this Free People tag before? Obviously it's like Sharpied out or something, but I want to say this is a much older Free People, because look at this style. Like, I feel like it's older, but also like almost back. You guys let me know, but it's got this cutout. I feel like this is very like Gatsby, like 20s. It obviously would be much better as like a spring color, but I feel like even for like New Year's Eve or a holiday party, this would be super cute. I did find a nice stock photo of it. This also feels like linen. I don't remember because it's been a few weeks since I did this haul. This is viscose and rayon, so it is not, but it's kind of got that linen feel and look to it. So I did pay the dress price at my store. I already put these into my inventory so that I can get them listed quickly. So I already cut the tags off of everything, but this was $8.49, which right now is kind of the standard price at my store. They do individually tag every item, so they could certainly be more than that, but you will not see a dress for less than that at my Goodwills. So I'm probably going to list that around like $45 and hope to maybe sell it in like the $30 to $35 range. The next thing I found was a pair of shorts. Yes, we are very much out of short season, but you never know. And these are another Free People. These are a size small, and this was a size 2. So they were on the new racks together. There is a very good chance that the same person donated these. These are a nice olive green color. This is one of the trending colors, supposedly, for this fall. And this is a linen blend. This is viscose and linen. So shorts at my store are $4.99. That is what I paid for those. I'm probably listing those between like $30 and $35. This was a great find, and these are a pair of Spanx. You can see that classic red Spanx tag. They're in beautiful condition. They're a nice, like wide, almost like a boot cut. I think a little bit of a boot cut there, leg, pull-on style. Spanx in the smaller sizes are a harder sell, but in the larger sizes do pretty well. And I find that the jeans sell a lot better than just like the black leggings. These are also a 1X tall, which is great. I really like selling tall things. They just seem to sell better. There's probably not quite as much market saturation. So the people that need tall things are hopefully going to find these pants. These would have been $5.99. Oh, I'm sorry. These would have been $6.99, which is the standard jeans price at my store. But I want to say I could maybe sell these for around $40. All right, and the last but not least, because they are the cutest. OMG. What do you think these are before I show you the front? Any guesses? These are little hunter boots, and they are the Arctic Fox. They are like an orange. I'm not sure how well that's showing on camera. They look a bit more brown, but these are a size, what are they? US 1. Kids hunter boots aren't going to sell for a ton, but I couldn't leave these there. They had these priced at $8 and I was able to rescue them. Maybe I'll be able to sell them for like 25 to 30. All right, so that was my first stop. As you can see, very quick stop. But it turned out pretty well for me. I must have had some sort of discount. I did have a little bit of a loyalty redemption. So at my like Chesapeake area in Maryland, if you spend money at Goodwill, you can type in your phone number and you get points. So I did redeem like $9 in points. That's how my average cost of goods came down just a little bit for these 4 items. All right, next, if you can see these little things poking out, I was very excited to find, oh, I probably should have said, hold that thought, why I ended up with shoes when I'm searching at the Goodwill new racks. A couple reasons. Even when I'm going to the new racks, I also go through the kids rack of shoes. There's like this one wall on the back that's really easy to go through, and I really like finding like Keens and Merrells and little Nikes because they don't have them as astronomically priced as they do the adult shoes. So I search the new racks and I look through the kids' shoes, and I found that to be a successful model for me. However, there's also times when I'm walking from one place to the other that I will see something that just looks good and I'll look at it and I'll end up picking it up. They're also more recently starting to put just carts of shoes at the front of a couple of my Goodwill stores, or one of them has it like in the back with the home goods. They'll just have like a cart of shoes sitting there. So if I do see a cart of shoes, of course I'm going to go through it. I actually did an Instagram reel and a YouTube short here, but if you're not following me on Instagram, it's at Life with MariaNicole. I try to do reels a couple times a week. And I posted some really, really good shoes that I found in those new shoe hauls. These were ones that I think just caught my eye as I'm remembering because they're really easy to catch your eye. You can see that yellow stitching. You can see the airwear tab. And yes, these are Doc Martens. These are technically unisex, but I'm going to list them as men's. They're a canvas. I love this red. It is perfect for the season, so I really need to get these listed. These are the Alfie. You can always see the Doc Martens style name right there, the Alfie. I don't think these are going to sell for like a ton since they're the canvas. They're not, you know, leather obviously, but I think I'm listing them around 55 and hopefully should sell them quickly. They are a men's 12, which is great. I also found these little leopard print calf hair. They are genuine calf hair. They're a wedge, but I don't know. I feel like they're kind of a stylish wedge. And these are Stuart Weitzman. Stuart Weitzman has been very hit or miss for me. Sometimes it sells really well and then sometimes it sits. I'm trying to be more selective of the style. I thought these were beautiful. You could wear them as a cocktail wear or you could wear them to work, obviously. And these are an 8 medium. I would have probably kept them if they were my size, but they're a little bit large. And I want to say these were like $8 or $10. So we're going to try those out. All right, everything else I have is clothes. The first was exciting. It is this Hannah Anderson knit sweater dress. And I say this is exciting because I found 2 Hannah Anderson knit sweater dresses at my local Once Upon a Child that I used coupons for when I was bringing in my own kids stuff, and I picked them up and they both already sold. There was like a pink one and then a black one. So I'm excited to get this listed. It'll also be super easy to list because I can just copy and paste and alter one of those other listings. I also, what does this remind you of? Does this look like Missoni to anybody else? Like with the chevrons? That's just the vibe it gives me. So hopefully that'll do well. I think this is a size 8. And since it's kids, they only had it marked for like $3. This one kind of caught my eye just because it looked like good quality. It looked unique. And I can't remember where the tag is. It's in one of these pockets. But I saw on the button, it says Lauren Ralph Lauren, if you can see that right there. And it is reversible. So it is fully brown on the inside. You can see the pocket there with a black. And it's just, I don't know, it looks like a beautiful riding type thing, like hunting. It's like got old money vibes, doesn't it? Anybody else? You need a pair of like leggings and black riding boots and, I don't know, equestrian vibes. So I picked that up, hoping that'll do kind of well. Those more unique, like, upscale outdoorsy things from Ralph Lauren, if that makes any sense to anybody, have done well for me. Okay, a bread and butter one here is Madewell size 8. I would not have grabbed this for $8.49 if it were not 100% silk. So this is 100% silk, and that's what kind of talked me into picking this up for the full dress price. It's also a size 8, which is a better size. Kind of sizes 8 through 12 sell the best for me. It does have pockets, which I always I state in the description, and then I take a picture of my hand in the pocket for the people that don't read the descriptions and only look at the pictures. Another little kids item. Actually, when I bought this, I thought it was a little girl's dress. Doesn't it look like that? But then when I was typing it in my inventory, this is, well, it's Matilda Jane, but it is a size 6. And I was like, oh, that is a tank top. Because I have an 8-year-old and this does not fit a 6-year-old as a dress. So it is Pima cotton. It's super soft. I only have found or purchased one thing from Matilda Jane in my entire reselling career, and it is a women's blouse, and it will not sell. So I'd kind of written it off in my mind, but this was only like the $2 or $3 for the kids item, and I was like, okay, I haven't tried kids Matilda Jane. Let me give it a try. It's a low cost. Here's one of my favorite finds of the day, but I'm still a little iffy on it, and I'll explain why. But this is Dress the Population, and it is new with tags, which is wonderful. The Nordstrom Rack comparable value says $249. I don't know what the actual retail value was. I did find the name of this. It's escaping me right now, but it is a full-length dress. I've sold Dress the Population, I think, only once before, and it was like a short cocktail dress, and I think it sold for like $67. Plus, this one was new with tags. The reason I'm kind of justifying it in my brain and to you right now is because I did spend $17 on this one. They did have it priced up. I comped it in the store. I think this style, new with tags, might sell between like $50 and $75. So I decided that was worth it, and hopefully I can put the right keywords in it to get that to sell. All right, here's another one I'm on the fence about, but I decided to pick it up just because I've never picked it up before, and that is Minimal. They make, I think, solely menswear, and they have men's t-shirts like this priced at $2.99. They don't do that for women. Discrimination, allegedly, I don't know, but all women's tops, at least in my area, are $5.29 or higher. They have men's t-shirts at like $2.99, and they have men's like button-down shirts for $5.29. So where's the women's t-shirt section? Anybody? Anyway, this was only $2.99. I don't think this is going to sell for more than $20 or $30, but I wanted to pick up the brand just so I could experiment with it, at least myself, since I've never found it before. All right, one of my favorite bread and butter brands is Piranha. These are a medium, and I liked that they're this like kind of a culotte cropped style. They're not like a tight legging. I think these are pretty popular, so I grabbed those for like the $6 price. They'll probably sell maybe up to $30, probably closer to $25. Yes, I am still picking up figs. Love finding figs. I will pay the Goodwill $5.99 pants price because they sell quickly for me. They still are only going to sell for like $20 or $25, but I've decided that like $10 or $15 is worth it because they will always sell, and I can just count on that. It might get me good feedback. It gets me, you know, a bump in the algorithm for having a sale, so I'll take that $10. All right, here are a couple questionable pickups because Madewell jeans have really been sitting for me. Is anybody else experiencing that? I probably do as I say, not as I do. Probably need to start being more selective about the styles. I just see Madewell and I get excited. They had these both at $5.99. They are a skinny style. We are going into fall, so I am seeing an uptick in jeans sales, but these are the 10-inch high-rise skinny. I don't think these are a great seller, and they are a small size. So smaller sizes are harder to sell because there's just not as many people looking for it based on, you know, demographics of people's sizes in America currently. And these are 24 petite, but somebody does need these, and that is why I do continue to pick them up. I want to be inclusive of all sizes in my closet, small, large, everything in between. Yeah, so there's my soapbox for the video. The next one is, it seems a little bit larger. These are a little bit more of a relaxed, kind of skinny still, but not as skinny as the other ones. These are a size 28, and they are definitely old. You can tell by that tag, but there we go. So we're going to try to sell a couple more Madewell jeans. I'll probably get like 20 to 25, but I just definitely want to be able to move them, and that's what I'm a bit concerned about. All right, a great pickup, a dress that I found for the $8.49 price. It's a nice kind of ribbed midi length. I'm excited to wear this to work first. Camel color. This color is definitely trending. I'll use keywords like capsule wardrobe, wardrobe basics, closet, staple, and this is standard James purse. I absolutely love selling this brand because it's another one that always sells quick for me and always sells. Like, I can't keep it in stock. I think I'm listing this around 55. Hopefully it should sell at least over 30 or 40. It is 100% cotton. They do have style numbers in their material tags. Typically, I find their t-shirts most often, and they always sell. So I was excited to find a dress because it's the first time I've ever found a dress. All right, next one is just an open knit cardigan. Again, all those keywords I just said, wardrobe staple, basics, minimalist, I will use for this because it is a open front black long line duster cardigan. This is Magashoni. It is M Magashoni, so it's not main label Magashoni, but I sell this one successfully. I'm probably listing this around like 45, and these usually sell around 30 for me. Here's another brand that I know some people avoid, but I still pick up even with this older label. This is Masuk. It's exclusively Masuk. It is a petite small, but I sell this. It sells especially well on eBay for me. I've sold a variety of their cardigan sweaters. This is the first time I've found pants. They're in a navy blue, like knit style. If anyone knows what the Santana knit is by St. John, this feels a lot like that to me. I have a feeling the same type of buyer would pick up the St. John Santana knit and these type of Masuk pull-on, stretchy waist, elastic pants. These are so easy to wear. These are super comfortable. So I'll tag them with career, professional, office, workwear, all those types of things. All right, somebody talked me out of continuing to buy Gymshark because I keep picking it up, but I have definitely seen sales slow down. These are a seamless legging. No, they're not. They're not a seamless legging. There's seams right there. But they've got that like contour, like give you a nice booty right there. I probably should just keep these. They're a size small, so they would fit me, but I don't know. They're purple. Yeah. I think I paid $5 for those, if I'm remembering correctly. All right. Last in my bag are a few things that I'm pretty excited about. If you did watch my Instagram reel or YouTube short, I did do one of some of the finds from here, so they might look familiar to you. I didn't have all of them in that, but you did see these three things. So the first one on the new racks that I found are these men's Rock Revival jeans. I have never found Rock Revival first. Okay, quick story time, since you guys have told me in the comments that you actually like my story times and that I shouldn't stop because I'm too chatty. When I was a brand new reseller, I was at Goodwill actually in Ohio, and I got all excited that I found Rock Revival jeans. I was like, yay! And so I finally got them home and, went to type them in and list them, and they just would not sell. Guys, I didn't pick up Rock Revival jeans. I had Rock and Republic jeans. Those are sold at Kohl's. They were women's, and I learned a valuable lesson to be more careful when brand names sound the same. However, those did eventually sell for like $20 or $25. It just took them a while. So Rock Revival finally found it. These are studded. They've got all the contrast stitching. Very, very cool. These are the Daniel Straight. And yeah, very like 90s Y2K baggy. I don't know if they're baggy, but they're like relaxed. They're in really, really great condition. I was expecting these to be way more beat up, but they are kind of beautiful. All right, and the next two things I found are salvage jeans. These are a brand from Buckle. I think it actually even says that inside. Yeah, designed exclusively for Buckle. So these are another like Y2K 90s type brand that I think people still just really like. They look a lot like, you know, the Miss Me Rock Revival type. They're very distressed, all that contrast stitching, light wash. So these are exciting. I'll see. I've never found salvage also, but I think I'm listing all of these for around 50 or 45. The Rock Revival, I think I'm listing a little bit higher. Those ones were, these have style names too, I think. I don't remember. These ones that I'm looking at say they are the Anarchy Straight Relaxed Fit, and these other ones were the Mayhem Straight. So I do have those in my listing title and description, obviously. But let me know if you've ever sold men's salvage jeans or Rock Revival. How do they do for you? Okay, the last one I'm pretty excited about, and it's one of those that I really have no experience selling, so I'm not really sure what to price it at. Comps look really good, but then they're kind of hit or miss. So you guys help me out. All right, I have a vintage single stitch, big graphic, all over graphic, front graphic, Charlotte Hornets t-shirt. It's on the Salem Sportswear tag, made in USA. It is a men's extra large, and you can see the single stitch over here. So I was pretty excited when I found this. It is in pretty good condition. It's definitely got a little bit of wash wear in it, a little bit of fading. It's not too bad though. It definitely looks pretty black still, but you can see a little bit of the graphic with the crackling there. I see some listed on eBay for like 100 to 200 to 250. I do see some decent solds, but I'm seeing like the itty bittiest little hole. You see that right there? I think that's expected in these t-shirts. I'll just make sure to, you know, list it correctly and appropriately. So I don't know. It's probably going to be one of those situations where I list it pretty high, see what happens for the first 3 months or so, and then I will adjust accordingly from there. But if I can have a first really cool like vintage t-shirt sale, that'd just be fun, right? You always see the like vintage guys at the bins, and I can be like, hey, look, I'm on your team now. All right, so I just found this receipt. This was actually at a different Goodwill that's a little bit across town that I was at one day, and my average cost of goods was $6.80 for this one. All right, last but not least, I have one more haul for you guys, and the thing sticking out right here is the most exciting find. So let me show you what it is. All right, does this look familiar to anybody? Tell me, write down in the comments, what is it? Tell me what it is or who it is. I'll give you a minute. Did you do it? All right, let me show you the other side. This is a Disney Loungefly bag, and it is absolutely beautiful. It is in such amazing condition. It's got the logo here. The inside is great. It's got the tag. It's clean. I don't know if this was ever worn. The shape is pretty good. Like the horns aren't all like wonky. So I was very excited when I found this bag. So I looked it up. Again, I'm seeing comps kind of all over the place. I know that Maleficent and just like villains, Disney villains in general, can do really good and have a really good cult following. We're also going into October, Halloween, spooky season, and just fall and winter in general. So this is the time I really need to get this listed. And I'm seeing comps in the hundreds or 200s, and I'm seeing some sold comps in the 50s. But the interesting part is I can't see a lot of comps for this specific bag. So this seems a lot more rare than some of the other ones I've seen with Maleficent. I've seen some of the backpacks that have like her full face, not just her horns. And I kind of like this because it's like Maleficent and it's Disney, but it's not like Maleficent and like Disney. Like you could take this to the mall and it would just look cool, and people won't like think you're just a screaming Disney adult. And if you want that, that's fine, but you could be a little bit more incognito if that's something you're looking for. So this was, I'm trying to remember, I don't remember off the top of my head how much this was, This was $12. Totally worth it. I don't see this selling less than 50. That's not a scenario that I see. I think it'll sell between 50 and 150. So stay tuned to my channel. Make sure you're subscribed because I've been doing a lot of what sold videos, and you can keep an eye out for when this does sell. But here's the quick story time. When I was at checkout with all of my items and I put this up there, I had my car, I didn't have a bag, so I was just putting items kind of back in the car. Or no, I think I had a bag in the cart, and I was taking, as she scanned the clothes, I was taking them and putting them in the bag that was in the cart. She scanned it and like put it off to the side where she was putting items that I can take that are mine now, because she just scanned them, I'm buying them. And she like flipped it over, and that's when she saw the lounge fly. And she kind of touched it and was like, oh. And in my head, I went, oh no. She just realized this is a Disney Loungefly bag, and they probably should have grabbed it to be sent for online Goodwill sales. Shop Goodwill, whatever it's called. And she probably just realized this should not have been put out on the floor, or if it had been put out on the floor, it should not have been put out for $12. Because I could see the like thought process in her head when she was like, oh. And then she was like, she wasn't touching it in any way. So I just nicely picked it up and put it in my bag like I was doing all of the other items when she scanned it, so that she would just keep going. Because I have heard horror stories of people getting to the register, checking things out, and then being like, oh, I can't sell that. That was underpriced, which I think is crazy. If they have a price on the floor, they need to honor that price. So I just nicely put it in my bag, and she kept scanning. I was like, whew. Because Goodwill absolutely missed this. Okay, the next one is another fun vintage piece. Look at this cozy wool sweater. This is Woolrich Woman, but this is the Woolrich I really like picking up. I'll pick up the modern day Woolrich, but it's not going to sell as well. This is a size woman. It is a wool blend, 85% wool, 15% nylon, made in British Hong Kong, so definitely vintage. I think this might be a little bit, I don't think it's shrunk actually, because there's no like you're not getting the stretchy wool when like wool is dried or whatever. I just think the size is small because it's vintage, and vintage sizes were smaller. So I'm gonna try this on, and if it fits me really nicely, I'm gonna probably list it as a small, but put in the description the tag states a medium, fits as a small, and I will give measurements, of course. But I loved this. I loved the coloring. We're in the perfect season. It's kind of Fair Isle-ish. So I grabbed that for $5.99. Here's a really good find. I love to see it, and I don't find it very often. This is Wilfred, which is an Aritzia brand. The only other couple times I have found it, it has sold very quickly. I'm also going to get to wear this. This is one that is like tempting to keep, but I think I'm going to list it. I'll wear it a couple times first. It's an extra small. It's super soft. What is this made out of? Hand wash cold. Oh, it's a merino wool cotton blend. So that would be why all those, no, I thought I saw a hole, but I didn't. We're in the clear. All of those like capsule wardrobe, wardrobe basics, closet staple, will go into the listing. All right, here's another one I was kind of on the fence about, but I did end up grabbing it because it's so beautiful, and that is Joie. Joie has been decently successful for me. I know that lots of resellers don't like picking it up. At $5.29, I did grab it. I liked the slubbed cotton. That's been really popular. The tunic style, it's a nice basic. I'll probably be able to wear it first. It'll be a little bit oversized, but we'll see if I can make it work. So I did grab that. I probably wouldn't have paid much more than $5.29. Okay, there is an exception to every single rule. Do you remember how I was talking about how they have men's t-shirts at $2.99 but women's t-shirts at $5.29? They thought this was a men's t-shirt. So this was $2.99, but you can tell by the cut that this is definitely a women's t-shirt. What do you guys think this is? We'll play another game. I kind of recognized it immediately as the brand. They are just very loud prints. This is the Mountain. They are most well known for their very large, loud animal print. Not like leopard print, but like a animal graphic maybe would be a better word. This does have an animal. It's got an eagle on the flagpole. But this was only $2.99, so I grabbed it. I don't think this will sell for more than like 20, but the Mountain usually does sell fairly quickly. All right, good men's pickup here. These are North Face hiking pants, and these look to be a newer style when I looked them up and typed them into my inventory. These are a men's size medium. They've got the holographic and everything. These can be, you know, faked, but they've got all the right stuff in there, and they only had them priced at $4.99. The North Face at my stores is often very marked up, so they must not have caught these, and so they had them at the base, you know, shorts rate. So hopefully these will sell between like 25 and 30. And the very last thing was, my daughter was with me this day, and she was over kind of looking at the toys. And when I walked over there, I realized they had a cart of like some toys and housewares they needed to put out, and they had some random shoes mixed into those carts. So of course I looked through them, and look what I found. Look how cool those are. And it gets better. These are Free People. Is that upside down for you? Yeah, here we go. Those are Free People, and they are in absolutely amazing condition. Like, these look brand new to me. I don't think these were ever worn. The inside is beautiful. The outside is beautiful. They did have these, I want to say, for $12. Yes, they had these for $12. I didn't even comp them in the store because I knew they'd be worth it. And I think I'm listing these for like $75. Like, because they're so new, maybe even more than that. I don't remember. But I'm, again, expecting to get over $50 for these. It is tough because we're going out of like sandal season, but you could wear these into fall, or you could wear these like in California in all climates. They're beautiful. They are a size 40, and they are made in Italy. They are genuine leather. And so obviously I'm going to put all the keywords in there. Grunge, Y2K, festival, platform, 90s, you know, anything you can think of should go on this listing. All right, my average cost of goods that day, I actually had a 20% off coupon, which I got from donating to the store that day. So my average cost of goods was only $4.15 for all of these items, which is really good. It also looks like I cashed in $13 worth of my loyalty points. So that on top of the discount made for a low cost of goods that day. All right, that is all my items. Let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite item and which one do you think will sell the best? I really love hearing from you guys. For anyone that remembers my swap meet video, guess what's coming up in a couple weeks? So those videos will be coming to my channel soon. I get to go dig through like mountains of clothes. Everything is free. I take things to donate, and then I'm able to get items for free. And it is just such an amazing time. And I think one of my friends is gonna be able to go with me, so I'm really excited for that. But that is just a shameless plug to make sure you're subscribed. Come on, we're having fun. If you did like this video, you're still here, so hopefully you liked a little bit of it. Give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.